feel like the place has like it's almost like it's got an echo now. That's how much space this is. But this used to like get absorbed by your bed and everything.
I got to get some shit in here. It'll get absorbed. You know, the problem with these apartments is like, for instance, I took it off, but the guy's like, just stay away from this heater. It just blows steam. It'll give you a 3rd-degree burn. He also said once a year the ceiling leaks. He's like, around January, when you leave for work, put plastic over your bed. You know, that's these old school apartments.
Well, it's going to be the light fixture. It always leaks out of the light.
So, you know, there is a reason why people that are successful don't live in them.
Have you ever lived in a place that wasn't painted white? You ever gone like
this place before?
Oh, but like you ever gone like a nice light blue, or like a teal or something?
Nah, I paint everything.
Some crisp tan.
This is actually a specific
Off-white.
paint. This paint right here. This is a paint that they use in all the buildings in New York. It's called Pro Hide.
This is called white.
It's called Pro Hide White.
But it's like you ever like go into someone's apartment who actually did like a good job, where it's like fucking
An
nice
accent wall.
Well, it's up there where it's like blue or something.
I mean, yeah, that's just the color. It doesn't matter. I painted.
But I mean, this shit looks plain. If you walk into someone's place and they actually like they put some thought into it,
right?
Where it looks like not even blue, but like a nice like salmon. Where you walk in, it really is like, wow, this place looks expensive.
Yeah, I've been a painter, man. I painted places all different colors.
Well, especially if you do the proper primer, paint, shiny coat.
Well, that's what I like about this is the cheap way out. This stuff's $40 a gallon. It's thick. It's primer and paint mixed. That's why it's called Pro Hide. It fills holes. It covers
I mean, this is
shit.
just straight up white, basically.
I could paint over it, though.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like if I was a realtor and I had to like show people the apartment, I would put the money in and paint that shit pink or like purple. Because you walk into the apartment and you immediately feel like this must cost more than, you know.
Well, I got to think of this wall. I didn't paint it yet. This room's not paint. I didn't paint this room yet. This is going to be my living room.
Right.
So I want to do like an accent wall. But really, this wall doesn't. I painted when I moved in.
Right.
But like this wall, I got to paint because the holes and it's beat. I might go like an olive green. What do you think I should go?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Should I go salmon? Light. Salmon would look good.
Salmon would be sick, dude.
I mean, should I do that wall?
You got to go salmon all the way around. This whole fucking room's got to be salmon as fuck.
Nah, you can't.
You walk in, you got to look around, you got to feel like you're in like, you're really in something.
Maybe I'll do this wall and that wall, or that wall, all three walls.
Well, you're gonna have salmon. One salmon and then then three white.
You can't paint brick salmon.
I think you can. If you know, where there's a will, there's a way. It depends how badly do you want salmon.
I like the white brick though.
But then
it looks old and aged.
Well, the brick's got to look brick. You almost got to paint the brick color.
Oh, dude.
Where it's like,
can you imagine?
Kind of like off red, burgundy or whatever.
Well, I was looking into sanding it, and the guy goes, the only problem is the asbestos you'll breathe in will kill you. That's why people paint it.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm sure if you like knock behind the wall too much, you're going to end up with some like,
this whole building would fall down.
You could just karate chop this fucking wall down if you wanted to.
Yeah, dude, I feel like this place is from the 1870s.
Yeah. Even especially like floors and shit. I always feel like if you just like put your fingers over there and pull for a little bit, you could pull this whole floor up by yourself.
That floor over there in the bedroom is pieced together like a jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know what to do, super glue it down or what. The whole boards are just laying there.
That's why you got to get rugs.
I don't like rugs because they just trap in so much bull. I just threw my rug out.
Yeah, but it's like that's how you like cover up the shoddy work.
Yeah, get some rugs, You think I should get a rug for the living room or the kitchen?
Yeah, you get like a Persian rug, but like like some tigers and shit.
Oh yeah, real bear.
Something like exactly. Something classy. You walk in, you feel like you're in like a a log cabin.
Stuff a fox or something.
You get the bear on the ground, then you walk in the next room and it's salmon. And it's like, man, this dude's really got some taste. He's got animals.
You know how when you go out to these people's houses out in the country, they got those animals? How come people in this, they fumigate them or whatever? What's it called? Where they make them last forever?
Oh, yeah. It's like a taxidermy.
Yeah, taxidermy.
Yeah.
So why don't they do that in New York with possums and some fucking rats? That would be dope.
Well, do you want like a big thing? It's got to be like an antelope. So it's got to be like protruding from the wall. That would be cool.
Should I hang something on the wall like a deer head?
You could get some stuff. You got to get one of those like the salmon. You press the button and it starts singing.
You know what I was going to do? Yeah, that would be cool. I was going to hang art, like cool art all over to add color.
Yeah, of course.
I felt like white was the best for filming.
Nah. I mean, I think I don't think that matters that much. I feel like off-white. I mean, like a kind of tan looking. That's where it like, because you pop from the wall.
I still have to paint this room, man. Maybe I should go all salmon.
Yeah.
I'm going to do everything but the ceiling. It's too much work to do the ceiling.
You got to just go straight up. One week, all salmon.
Dude,
you got to fix your mind on salmon.
The brick
just,
takes
just
too
look
long.
around.
You're not doing the ceiling at salmon.
Once you walk in and you do everything else salmon, this is going to bug you. You're going to be looking up and you're going to be thinking, I wish that shit was salmon too.
Wow.
And next thing you know, you're back at Home Depot and they're calling you the salmon man.
I was going to paint the walls green like a mental hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Make me comfortable. That
I've never lived in a place that actually had, like, nice walls. My parents' house looks all, like, classy because they, like, I don't know, my mom, like, picked a good color.
Yeah.
And she's always really getting into, like, paints, like, the combinations and stuff. She gets, like, those, like, books from the store, from whatever, the paint company.
Yeah.
Where it shows you, like, a combination of this and that. It does change. It changes you. Sometimes if you get into a nice, like, color palette in the room, it feels, like, spiritually different.
It does. Now, I got to add in some color. What I usually do is I paint everything with super hard white. I get my furniture, and then I'll do an accent wall or two.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Got to get some plants.
It's expensive. Like, I'm trying to be cheap. Like, this wall doesn't need painted, so it's like I'm not going to paint
Well, you can, I mean, you don't got to do everything at once.
Yeah.
This evolves over time. Maybe you paint it salmon, and then one day you're like, nah, actually, I did this wrong.
You think I should get
Purple Rain.
But you're thinking 65-inch TV?
65-inch TV is standard. That's not even a big TV now.
Man,
that's going to be like $400.
I never had it.
Oh, what's this, right?
Oh,
that guy's like a 30, what, 40?
Yeah, something like that. That thing barely works, dude.
I mean, that's why. These TVs are cheap. Yeah. You go to Best Buy. That's like the cheapest thing they have now. It's like a big-ass TV.
That desk, I don't want to get rid of it. Or this chair. It's like, I think it would look good over there. Live a little.
I mean, this is the kind of thing where it feels like you're making like a real decision, but it's also like, who cares? You know,
the desk and chair is cheap.
You can always change your mind. Yeah, you can throw the desk out, buy another one, or whatever. I feel like it's just a matter of thinking of in the future what you want the place to feel like. Not necessarily what you want it to look like, but when you walk in, how do you want it to feel?
Well, I always wanted clean. I never had good walls either. That's why I just did everything white. It's so clean. Like the window seals. I mean, dude, everything out there is smoke white. Like, you've seen it. It's brand new. The floor. I spent 4 hours scrubbing that damn floor.
Oh, wow. Well, the problem with like these old apartments is that you clean it and it still doesn't look new. You know what I mean? It's never actually going to look new.
Yeah, and even cleaning it, you got to really put the hours in. Like a place like this probably hasn't been cleaned in 15 years.
But then like 3 weeks from now, it's just going to go back to looking like it was because, you know there's like charcoal or something coming out of the wall.
Yeah, really. You got to clean once a week. Dude, I had to take a hammer and a chisel. I have no clue. I had no clue that this candy was this strong. The Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, you can't. It's like cement. Mm-hmm. If you built a house out of Jolly Ranchers, it's not going nowhere, dude.
Well, it's like reinforced.
I couldn't get it off the floor, dude. Chisel and a hammer.
There was a Jolly Rancher on the floor?
There was about 600 of them.
Why?
Hey, man, I don't ask.
Shit got wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
People live their life,
Yeah, at that point, you almost got to, like, pour hot water on it or something.
Well, I found pills everywhere, too. I guess they're just sleeping pills, but I swept up about 45 halves of pills.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least this is nice. It feels like, because for so long you were so, like, set on moving and finding a place, getting approved, this and that. At least that part of your brain can now settle.
Dude,
you don't got to think about it.
I worked my ass off just to get approved. It's funny how shit works out.
Yeah, exactly. But now it's like, whatever, like, you picture your brain as being a series of, like, things you're thinking of and, like, problems to solve. That shit is now checked off for a little while.
I couldn't believe today's talking about things to think of and problems to solve. I wasted 2.5 hours today trying to decide what to eat. I'm like, that's such a waste of time. Yeah. And I never even ended up eating.
That's why you got to keep it simple.
I start checking prices everywhere.
Yeah, I've done the same thing.
I wish I know how to cook.
The hungrier I get, the harder it is to make that decision. And then at a certain point, you've just waited too long, so you end up buying something bad.
Yeah, I'll be honest. That beef patty hit, though. You didn't even think about it. We went there. You said, what do you want?
It's been a while.
Bam, beef patty.
I'll take that, sir. Yeah.
Yeah,
But, I mean, you get to start cooking more now.
I got to learn.
Yeah, you can get but, I mean, you can actually make a decent meal over there.
I want to get one of those skillets.
Yeah, you can get a cast iron pan. Be one of those guys.
Yeah, I'd do that. I'd get some salmon and some salmon rums.
Oh, man. You got to go down to Chinatown. You got to buy like a fresh halibut or whatever.
You know what I was wondering if I should become one of those gamer guys now, like get the whole kit, get
some purple lights going.
Yeah, start gaming, get the whole system.
Start streaming.
You think I should become a gamer?
Just start telling people how to pick up women while you're playing a game.
It's crazy. Yeah,
I'll tell you the truth.
I'm careful in this room. I don't know if you ever hear my neighbors sometimes. And they're twins, so it sounds like they're talking to each other. I hear them a little bit. Yeah, dude, go down to Chinatown, go buy some fish in a damn Tupperware container. Was I with you that time? That dude just caught it.
Yeah.
Dude was just laying in some Tupperware.
That fish couldn't even move. Yeah. Poor fish.
You know how I know I'm doing too good? I threw away about $14 and change because it was on the floor with screws and dust and... It's like, dude, what am I doing?
The penny has been discontinued, so it's like all that stuff. We're moving on.
It's weird. Did you get rounded down yet? I was surprised.
I can't even remember.
Yeah,
I've had them round me down like 40 cents before just because they don't got coins.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I thought that they're rounding down to the dollar. I just got it. Was $12.20, and they only charged me $12. It's $12.19.
Well, you know my neighborhood. They're always trying to pull some little hustles.
You got the hustlers over there.
Yeah, they discontinued the 5. Yeah.
Here they hustle you differently, you know. They'll tell you, come on in. Hey, no, I got this for you. Here, don't worry about this. This is for you. You get a $300 bill.
Yeah.
I just went on 2 dates, dude. I don't know if we talked about this. On the third date, I didn't ask the girl out. We did 2 in 1 week. I mean, I spent 100 one night, 200 the next. That's a lot for 1 week. And then she goes, hey, I'm in your neighborhood. Let's meet up. I was out to eat. I just finished dinner. So I go, okay. I said, I'm just leaving the restaurant. She orders food thinking I'm going to pay. I'm like, nah.
Wow.
You know, I mean, am I in the wrong? She's like, are you serious? Like, I'm like, nah. She's like, you're not trying to wow me?
Wow. This is like, this girl she had this planned out.
300, yeah.
She's probably getting like 5 meals that night.
Wow.
Just going neighborhood to neighborhood.
Or she was just like, hey, I bet you she was like, hey, I'm hungry. Let me give Lil Dommy Scoop a call.
Wow. What kind of restaurant was it?
We went right to my buddy's bar over here. It's cool. Hold Fast. You know, I might start picking up a couple shifts in the neighborhood, shadowing bartending places.
Ah, there you go. That was always the plan.
Yeah,
remember I've been telling you that back in the day. Yeah.
Well, I fell into it last night.
Weather's getting nice.
Yeah, I fell into it at the Pear. I was talking to a bartender, and I was like, dude, be honest with me. I said, I tried bartending before. I can't get in nowhere. And he goes, man, with New York, and he goes, your neighborhood, he drinks up here. He goes, just go to a place that's slow on like a Sunday through Wednesday and or like Monday through Wednesday and just shadow. Be like, hey, can I just shadow you? He goes, man, you show up 3 or 4 times. They're just going to hire you. He's like, it's easier than you think.
Right. But that's how like fucked up these like that actual work situation is. That's how unprofessional it is. Where it's like, yeah, that's how we got this guy started. And that's how you end up getting fired, too.
You work for free and somebody else comes in and does it for free.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I was working at LOL when the new manager came in. He wanted the job so bad they couldn't tell him no. He was like, I'll do it cheaper. He's like, I'll clean. I'll do it all. Dude, he did everything at the place. He did the taxes.
Yeah, I mean, you got to, if that's how bad you want to get in, it's like you got to be undeniable, as they say. Part of that sometimes it just means being annoying, I guess.
Yeah,
but I think for you, if you really wanted to be a guy who worked at the bar, the problem is that like it is an actual work.
Yeah,
you know, that is like it's not like a cush job, especially being a bar back.
Well, I'd want a girl bar back. That would be cool. Like
right.
Some girl all cut up.
Right, but it's like they're gonna be when you like show up and you're like the guy who's working for free. I think they make you carry the bottles. Shit.
Oh yeah, the training's gonna be.
You're gonna be down in the basement carrying them up the steps, and they're gonna be like, you know, they're gonna be telling you, hey, we're out of Heineken. and you're gonna have to be digging around
I'll tell
in
you
a
one
cellar
thing.
somewhere.
I'm never going to be one of these nervous guys anymore like I was. I lost every job going in. Looking back in my early 20s, I'd get that job. I'd be like, okay, no, I'll find the Heineken. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They
It's
don't
my
want
first day.
Bro, you can't be bartending like that. You got to be
Nah.
like that. Oh, the Heinies? Nah, well, you know.
I got your Heineken right here.
Yeah, dude, that's what you need. Nah, you know what you
uh,
need. A Brooklyn lager.
And you just slap them on the face a couple times.
And then you just open up the lager. Nah, for real.
And
That's the one.
Well, then you start telling them a story about back in the day.
Yeah. You know,
tell you about Jimmy the Greek.
yeah, Archie Bunker used to come here.
That would be, I mean, like, think about how much, this is exactly the way I told you about how you were going to get an apartment and about how you were going to get a job, how you're going to meet a girl, how
Yeah.
you're going to do everything in life. It comes from that. It comes from hanging out. And
You gotta hang out.
Talking to a guy who just happens to be right place, right time, and you're in. But it's like you can never actually go in through the front door, and you can't go and like, oh, your sign says you're hiring. I'd like to be a bartender. It's like that's never gonna work.
Right.
They're gonna look at you and be like, oh, get the fuck out of here. You got to be the guy where it's like, oh, this is Dom. It's Dave's buddy.
Yeah, you're right,
you know
too.
Dave. Yeah.
That's how Al Bundy got Love and Marriage. I guess he was watching, you know, the guy from Modern
Right.
Family?
Mhm.
He used to hang out at theater. They used to let you watch the theater practice for free back in the day.
Right.
I guess there was like the show based on Love and Marriage. He watched it every day for like 6 or 7 weeks, and the actor canceled last minute. They were like, hey, this dude knows the lines.
Wow.
And he got it, knocked it out of the park.
I mean, everything in life, especially in a city that's this fucked up, it's always going to come down to that.
Right.
And I feel like you got more than you think. You got the juice, where it's like whatever it is you want to set your mind to, you just got to find. You got to find the angles. Everything in life is angles.
Yeah, you know, the thing with bartending with me is I can never pick my spots with these clubs. It would be so much easier if you could just tell a club, hey, I get it. Because it's like, you know, these club owners are just looking at dates. Like, they're not really putting... How much thought do you think they're really like, okay, I got Dom on the 17th. Now let me get Larry on the 12th. I think they're like, hey, we got Dom these 8 days, Larry these 8 days. Because it's hard to bartend. It would be hard to bartend and get to pick your spots with stand-up.
Oh, you mean doing comedy club spots?
Yeah, because I get like about 18 spots a month.
Right.
But maybe I'd build up a slow thing on like Sundays during the day.
Yeah, you be like the early evening bartender. Maybe you could clock out by like 10.
And then still do a spot.
And then still go out, do spots. Plus, once you're actually in like the mix, maybe you try to get in the village somewhere. Bartender
Yeah,
there.
that would be cool.
Because once you're there, I bet somebody comes in, you rub the table a little bit, then you ask them, hey, what'd you do? Well, yeah, how's your night going? Next thing you know, Judd Apatow.
Yep, Netflix.
Next thing you know, the guy's talking to you. And, you know, that's how these things actually evolve. But you got to be in the right place. You got to be ready for it.
Yeah, it was wild. Even just right place, right time. I like the girl I'm talking to. I met her just the most random way like that.
Just like at a bar or something?
No, it was like through a friend. I don't even know how. It was like through a friend. I didn't seek her out.
Yeah, yeah. The universe provided.
When you seek them out, that's when it's a problem.
Right, yeah. Well, that's the same way as being on Tinder or something. Is also like going in. It's like applying for a job. That's not how you get the job. That's how you end up in a line with a bunch of other dudes.
And, you know, nowadays, it's like the confidence I got just from having my own place, I can't tell you, is through the roof. Like,
yeah.
Dude, when I had a roommate, the embarrassment I had bringing a girl back here, especially if the girl had her own place and she was in her 20s.
Oh, yeah, right.
Then it's like, dude, you feel like a real loser.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, imagine you bring a girl back here and you walk her into this room and she's like, holy shit, is this salmon?
Yeah.
Yeah, are all these walls fucking salmon? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I got to show her my box of tools right there.
Oh, yeah, it's a Ryobi.
Yeah, maybe I will go salmon, dude.
Yeah. It's got to be straight up. This place got to be a fish tank.
I wish I could hang a speed bag in here.
Oh, right.
Can you
You
imagine?
could get that. You got to get like, you got to get one of those bench presses that rolls out from under the
Yeah.
thing. I'd be sick. I always wanted a bench press.
Yeah, dude, imagine having a home gym in here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to get a big ass couch that fits like 7 people just so I could stretch out. I'm so sick of being confined. tucked up.
Well, it doesn't have to be like a gigantic couch. It just has to be like an 8-foot going across right over there.
Well, the one I found was a 9-footer.
Oh, yeah. How do you get that into the place, though?
Oh, it's a sectional. Turns into a bed, too.
So you got to you bring it up piece by piece.
Yeah, it comes in like 3 or 4 boxes.
It blows my mind when you walk into someone's apartment that's like this, and they got like a fucking gigantic piece of furniture. And it's just like, what was the... That's why people don't move.
Dude, I'll never understand these people that think that they could. I used to do that on TaskRabbit. I'd have to deliver that big dumb couch.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd have to tell, dude, one guy had me. Luckily, it wasn't all the way me because I would have just said no. But he hired 2 workers, and the other worker didn't care. He was just gun-ho down to do whatever. You know, those types of people. Dude, they end up going to Home Depot and buying a Sawzall and cutting this $3,000.
Yeah. There's a whole business in the city where guys will just cut up your couch and put it back together.
Yeah, but then here's the thing, dude. Nobody could get it back together. We ended up leaving.
Oh, my God.
It's just all cut up. The fur's all off.
We're on, the 4th floor now?
Right now, yeah.
So if you actually had to carry, if the couch was one piece, you'd have to just go up the stairs?
And it ain't happening.
Swing it this way?
I've done a lot of couches that were one piece, but honestly, you could get them in the elevator. You'd be surprised you tilt it.
Oh, man. That is brutal.
Yeah.
The
worst is, dude, we did a 10-floor walk-up one time, and they were like, don't worry, there's an elevator. Don't worry, there's an elevator. And, dude, it was a service elevator or something. The dude never scheduled to use it. He had to carry all his shit up 10 flights, dude.
Right.
Can you imagine that?
Oh, my God.
A 40-pound box up 10 flights?
Well, at least, you got this place settled, though. So it's like you don't even got to think about moving for a while. That's a good weight off your mind.
I hope so.
Think about how fucking stressful it is when you actually, you got a month to find a place and you're just scrambling.
And the way that we got to find it through the back door somehow.
Well, you got to find that, and there's going to be it's never like you're going to see a place and it's like it's perfect.
Right.
It's always going to be like, all right, this is okay, but there is this one glaring problem with it.
Yeah, the entire ceiling fell down.
Yeah, it is underwater.
Yeah, I guess I could deal with it, though.
I am in the basement, and that is definitely a pipe right there.
Dude, I had one of those black mold basements, and they said was Williamsburg, but it was Bushwick. I had it for a month. Dude, this mildew or mold smell. The dude didn't want to give my money back. It's like, bro, you know what you did was wrong.
Yeah. And plus, it's like the second it starts raining, your shit is getting flooded.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Rats and stuff, yeah.
Made it like 3 weeks in there.
Oh, my God.
Let them keep the security. $1,000 gone.
Yeah, things have been going a little better for me recently online. So it's like really trying to do the math in terms of how much I have to be making. Not just to, get in the door, but to actually, do good. It's like I got to be doing – every month has to be a good month from now on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't have one good month and then, a couple bad months.
Right.
Because then my shit gets fucked up. So it's like you got to find a way to, I don't know. It's not like things got to go perfect, but you can only afford so many down months.
Right.
It's always got to be
I'm in 2 bad ones now. Well, 1 bad one.
Well, now it's like you got a project.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of got stuff going on, but it's like anytime we're in a situation now, we're never going to be in a place where it's going to be you have your job that this is the check that's coming in every month. Every month's always going to be a little bit different.
See, I'm used to that because I used to work flat rate where you get paid by the car. You get like $35 a car. You never know how many cars you'd get. Some months would be $100, some would be $1,000.
Yeah. But it's like the problem is when you have a good month, then the next month it's like it hurts. It hurts even more to get a bad month.
You gotta get used to putting those nuts away.
Yeah, that's the thing. Now when things are going good, you gotta save and you gotta be in that kind of zone. But it's like you can never, for the rest of our lives, you're never taking your foot off the gas.
Well, you never know. I mean, you could a little bit if you hit a real big. I'm sure if you got $250,000 in a day, you take it easy a couple months.
That $250,000 in a day.
Bro.
Think about that means you're paying fucking $80,000 in taxes.
Yeah, but dude, you got $170,000 in one day.
Then they're gonna find some way to tax that too.
Your
shit is fucked up. No. That's when you work extra hard because then it's like I got to get this twice.
I mean, if you got the hunger to do it, God bless you. But
if I got whatever a month, if I hit a big check one month, the next month in my head it's like I got to do this as many times as possible because it's gonna go away. So it's that you can never actually, especially in this city, because it's like whatever amount you make, you can't just keep making that because the rent's gonna go up.
And then you're going to meet some girl that wants to order the Tito's, and you're like, that's $8 more, sweetheart.
Well, no, but it's like even that, and it's like the governor decides to raise the electricity rates. So it's like, whatever it is, wherever you already are just gets more expensive. If you're buying gas is about to go up like crazy. It's already at $4 a gallon.
Yeah, dude, that gas is insane, dude. Even the electric.
You got a fucking dog and something's wrong with its teeth. And your shit's fucked up.
Nah, I'm keeping the dog's teeth fucked up. Dude, I had electric costed me more than gas, dude.
Oh, of course. Gas is nothing in the city. But it's like, that's a cost that's not fixed. You never actually know how much.
I mean, for the car I rented. Dude, it was more expensive to ride electric.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, you have to keep stopping. It's inefficient.
I don't see the benefit, man. I would have paid more for gas.
Yeah. Well, in the future, if the benefit is, it's environmentally better.
I want a car so bad, and dude, we got it worked out. That's all our parking in the front. It's a whole group of old people, dude. They got a Facebook group chain or something. They're all down there when they move the cars.
Oh, alternate side parking?
Yeah, they got it unlocked, bro. But there's enough spot for a car. They gap it out. And I know that's if shit goes right and one day I do buy a car.
Right.
I got to get in with those old people, dude. Old retired people. Those are the people you never want to piss off because they got all day. They got all day to steal that parking.
Well, they'll literally just sit in the spot
for 6 hours.
If you're trying to park, there's literally going to be a guy in a chair just staring at you.
Dude, they timed this out. I see a dude yelling at him. He's like, please, for the love of God, let me pull in.
Yeah, my neighborhood, there's straight up fist fights every time that kind of stuff happens.
Harlem was the same way.
Yeah,
dude, Harlem was wild. Dude, you couldn't even go down the street. The thing I couldn't stand about Harlem was those one-way streets when people just sit there and bullshit with their friends. You're just sitting behind them for 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That takes a whole new level of
especially
balls.
In the summer. Yeah.
You're like, dude, let's go. Man, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm catching up.
You know, it's crazy. My buddy lives directly across the street, and we could actually see in each other's windows.
Ah, yeah. That's not bad.
Yeah.
He's gonna be looking over and thinking, like, this fucking guy got salmon.
Yeah.
All I'm seeing is salmon when I look out my window.
How long do you think till I'm in a relationship? Now that I got a place, it's inevitable.
Right. Well, I think the problem now is that you're definitely going to want to show off your walls once you've actually, because all this renovation you're doing in there, it's like it's not for nothing.
Right.
It's not for you.
Yeah, you're right.
It's to show off.
You're
it's
right.
Just like you got a new car. You want to circle the block a couple times.
And I want to make this place to hang. I want my friends buzzing me like, "Hey, I'm coming up."
Oh yeah. You got to get like an extra set of keys, and then you put it in a sock. And you drop it out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just catch it up there.
Dude, literally directly below there is the front door. That's the end of the building.
That's how people used to do it. You get like a fishing line or something.
Yeah.
You throw it down there. And you
I wish that we did the clotheslines from building to building because I'd buy a damn washer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Old school. Tenement style.
Yeah.
Yeah, people used to sleep on the fire escape.
That blows me away when
summer.
I think about that.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's literally just for the entire summer, it would just be a guy out there.
There'd be 18.
And then after he takes a piss in a thing and just throws it in the street.
18 people would be in these buildings.
Yeah. Well, think about that. I mean, like, you by yourself in this whole apartment. Think about 100 years ago what somebody would have thought about that. The same room would have had like 30 people in it. There would have been like 30 Chinese guys in this room.
Yeah.
And then in the future, it's like now it's just one guy, and he's just painting the walls.
A fat, lazy American too.
Yeah.
You know what people from Ireland would have gave for this place?
Oh my God, they would have been like, well, this would have been a place that you move in after you got married with your wife.
Right.
You and your wife would have shared that little section over there. And then there would be 4 more people over here and like a kid that you didn't even know.
Man, dude, it's crazy to think. Imagine if I did. Imagine a little playroom here. Little kid with a dumb look on his face like me.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if you grew up, because you grew up in a house, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you grew up in a place like this, how different your worldview would be.
I'd have
if your entire worldview was just this room and that room.
I bet you as a kid I still would have been acting like Fonzie, though.
Well, you wouldn't even know the difference. You wouldn't know what you were missing.
Yeah, that's true.
There's kids that literally grow up in a room like this with their brother in the room.
Dude, it would have been like a Goodfellas movie, you know? My father's always pissed off. My kid brother was in a wheelchair.
Well, the second you learned how to walk, you would have been out.
Well, you know,
your parents would just open the door. You would just be gone for the whole day.
I would have been sitting looking out this window at the smoke shop across the street.
Yeah, well, you and your best friend would have been downstairs shooting dice.
Yeah, that's right.
Playing stickball.
Yeah, let's go up the street.
One
of these days, Danny.
It's almost like you gotta mentally, you gotta move out and move in. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta. This is like a whole new place now.
It really is. I mean,
it's not even like,
but
but it's like not even that. But it's like you gotta act like you've never met your neighbors. You gotta act like this street. You've never even seen this street before.
It feels all brand new.
So it's like when you walk out the street, it's gotta feel. You gotta be looking out as with new eyes.
Dude, when my key hit the lock, my first time when I knew he was gone, it was insane. Then the first night I tried sleeping here, dude, I was freaked out, dude. I thought it was haunted. It was weird sleeping alone.
Yeah, it's too like not too quiet.
Yeah,
but it's too you're hearing everything.
I felt a lot safer hearing him in his room playing the guitar.
Yeah, or you're used to a certain level of ambient noise, and then once it's gone.
Can you, dude? Imagine. I mean, put yourself in my shoes.
Imagine having a fucking house.
Right.
Could you imagine moving into a house that you've never lived in before?
Dude, I went to my brother's house. I visited. I'm like, he doesn't even realize because he's from there. I was like, dude, you know what I would give? He has a 3-bedroom house, and then the upstairs could be a bedroom. It's just a whole big-ass room upstairs for nothing. So technically it's 4 bedrooms, dude. I'm like, dude, the basement, I'm like, this is huge, you know? You think about if you redo the basement and the upstairs, you got damn near 4 floors.
Well, just imagine having that by yourself, though. I mean, your brother,
I'd be freaking out.
Exactly. Your brother's got kids and shit, but like, imagine if it was just you. That is not that uncommon, where guys who have some money, maybe they get divorced,
right?
They got to move into a house, but they move into, not only are they just this, you have this room, and that room. Imagine you got a whole nother floor. Late at night, you hear a little tinkle upstairs.
See, if I was one of those old divorced guys, I'd be like my buddy's uncle. He just moved in a bunch of us that were 20. He had girls and guys living there. He went through a divorce. He was loving it.
But, I mean, there's a lot of people in this country, especially like maybe you have kids and they grow up and they move. Then you just got the place.
I know this girl, dude, no lie, my old neighborhood, worst neighborhood you can imagine right now. She still lives there. 92 years old. This is a brick house. Dude, this thing is freaking huge. I mean, when we were kids, we went there. I'm like, what do you think she's doing with the place at 92? I mean, it's like a 5-bedroom house.
Yeah.
And then some.
I mean, it's got to feel like, what do you even like? Because you're in one room, maybe you're watching TV, but you just know those other rooms are there. And
if it's solid brick with bars on the windows, I don't know. You feel safe.
I guess you feel safe, but it's also like it's fucking creepy. I guess because we're used to small spaces now. But the idea that it's like there's a whole upstairs that's dark.
I would live in the...
I'd be having fucking baseball bats in every room. I'd be fucking freaking out. That's why people watch Fox News and they think that someone's going to invade or something.
I'd live in the upstairs and put cameras everywhere.
Oh, man. I would have a gun here, a gun there. My shit would be like, it would be like Nicolas Cage.
My one buddy, I went over his apartment. He just got a place, too. This is his first time ever living on his own. And he put condoms everywhere. And it's like, dude, you didn't get laid before. It's like, I mean, do you think, what are the odds?
Oh, just so it's convenient.
Just a random
I thought
guy.
you meant like as a weapon.
No, he's
gotta hide some over here.
He's like, yeah, he goes, man, you get your own place in New York.
I guess you never want to be like without.
But if you're a girl, you go over somebody's house, he's got condoms. They're like Easter eggs. They're everywhere. Like on top of the fridge, there's some in a bowl on the table. They're on the windowsill. It's like.
I mean, I think you put some by the bed. You put some, under the bathroom sink or something.
Right.
You don't gotta hide them.
What do you need?
How big is your fucking house at that point?
Yeah, it's like, dude, every 8 feet you got a condom.
We're talking about an apartment. Yeah, this is like a squirrel.
Some people move out and don't know how to act. My other buddy, I'm cool with him, man. I'm cool friends with him. I'm not saying he don't know how to act, but he got his own pad. I get it. It gets bored. He just started building Legos. There's fucking Legos everywhere.
Well, I mean, you're used to being in the apartment and there's somebody else there. So just mentally, there is almost, it's not like you're hanging out, but it is
Right.
like you have company.
Dude, yeah, it is. I was in my kitchen last night, 3:30 in the morning, just thinking.
Yeah, exactly. You see how people go kind of crazy.
Yeah.
There is like, I mean, right now you're in kind of the honeymoon phase, so you haven't gotten into like isolation phase, but there is a moment, I think, well, at least this place is like proportionately sized. This is sized for one person.
Yeah, it's perfect for one.
But it's like some people, imagine my place, if it was just me.
Oh, dude, that would be great.
It would be great, but it's also like, that's too much space.
You'd have to rent out the other 2 rooms.
I would get it would be like, I would start going crazy, but that's how you end up doing puzzles. That's how you end up buying pinball machines. And
Yeah.
you get like, this room is going to be my dance room, where I'm going to like, I'm going to get some ribbons or something. But imagine if you actually like, people all over the country are living in a whole big-ass house by themselves.
Well, you get so much more time. Like, for instance, I used to wait in my room, like, if my roommate was out there. Sometimes you just want to,
Of course.
So sometimes you lose 30 minutes, like.
Yeah. You're sort of like in in-between phase.
Or you need to use the bathroom, and they're in the bathroom.
All right.
So it's like, think about all that time if I just start painting with that 30 minutes. Or like
doing push-ups.
When it's like when somebody's got a girl over, you got to leave. There was a lot of time like that. Like, if you had people over, I'm not just sitting here,
Yeah. Yeah.
Even going out to eat, dude, I'm going to save so much money because every time I wanted to film, I had to go to a restaurant. I could film here 24/7 now once I set it up nice.
Right. Yeah, plus you could cook food.
I'll save a ton.
Yeah.
I mean, these dates, it's like, I'm not going, dude, it's got to be a really special girl for me to be taking her out to eat right now.
Right. Well, either that or you got to make like a crazy amount more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have both.
Something's got to give. Yeah.
Yeah, you can have roommates.
Make more, spend less, whatever. But it's like you got to kind of pick one or the other.
Yeah, but I don't mind making some rice and chicken in here. Girls love stir fry.
Oh, right, yeah.
You throw a little teriyaki sauce on some pepper.
So, yeah, especially if they don't actually know anything about food.
Yeah, you get a girl with no common
this fucking guy's
sense.
got a stir fry.
He made stir fry. Should be calling people.
This boy got to walk.
Yeah.
Especially if he could get like
He got to walk.
He's got the big flame on the stove.
Yeah.
You do this shit. You throw the thing, the onions pop up and they sizzle again.
It's crazy. Every time I tried to cook with those silver, like the professional pans, you have to know the right measurement of oil. Like everything sticks to a pan. You go to flip it, it's all stuck to the pan.
Yeah, you go to flip it and it's in your eyes now. It's too much.
Yeah, it is wild, man.
You're gonna get a girl and you're just gonna think it's going good, and then within a couple months, she's gonna try to move in here.
Yeah.
She's just going to start leaving stuff here. One day she leaves her bag. Next thing you know, she's left her hat. Next thing you know, just putting stuff in the medicines cabinet.
Oh, once they start with the medicine
then they're just going to be like, hey, can I get some mail sent to your place?
The whole problem, the whole thing is once they start with the medication, then you can't tell them no. Well, I need it.
Ah, yeah, right.
I'll go nuts.
Yeah, I'm bipolar. Don't you understand? Don't you understand mental health?
Yeah. I need to come over your house right now, right this second.
It's called schizophrenia. You should look it up.
Yeah. Dude, you ain't lying. That's when girls get pissed off. And then the other thing is here's the other hard part. I don't want to tell them how cheap the rent is. That's none of their damn business.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But I mean, I think these are good problems to have.
Yeah.
This is, supply and demand. So.
I'm like, hey, look, you can't live on your own and be a fucking comedian that's not famous and afford to take girls out to eat.
Yeah, something's got to give.
I budget, man. I'm so tight with my money.
Well, there's that, and it's like you always got to have shit. You got to have plates spinning. You got to have things working.
I wouldn't mind
projects happening a little bit in the future.
I wouldn't mind getting a few little bartending things going for the summer. That would be
just as a flexible gig.
Yeah, a couple hundred here and there.
A couple of nights a week.
And they feed you.
Yeah.
I'd get to eat some good shit.
You get to have some little adventures. And then once you're actually in the bartending scene, then you can start to parlay that to a better gig.
Yeah.
Maybe you get a gig as like a caterer.
I would definitely do some cool-ass bartending shit. And then if I could do half comedy, half bartending, that's a good balance.
Yeah. The next thing you know, modeling.
That's the hardest part with it. Yeah, you get into some weird shit maybe.
You got next thing you know, you got the goat head on.
I get into the fucking yeah.
And you're on a pool table
Who
somewhere.
likes dad bod?
I gotta be on the pool table again.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Oh man. Yeah, dude, it feels good. 3 days I've been painting my ass off, dude. Didn't even touch this room. That brick takes hours, dude. It's like it sucks up all the paint.
Don't. Isn't the whole point of having brick that you don't paint it?
Well, it's been painted,
but it's like, don't people like having like natural brick?
If this shit was natural, I would have kept it. But it's like I'm not gonna.
I don't know why would they do that? Whoever made that choice. The whole point of people like having exposed brick.
You could unexpose it, but it's hard. I mean,
but you gotta like chip it off,
and then I think you gotta paint clear coat over it.
Oh, when it like.
Because I know if there's something in the bricks that you shouldn't be breathing in.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of stuff where it's like, let me not find out.
You see those guys that are real loopy, grew up in Little Italy and shit. It's those old bricks.
Man, it would be like, I always wanted to get plants.
Me too.
Get some plants hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, dude, that's a great idea, Danny.
You get like the little drill thing where it hangs, and you get
think
like
those would work right there?
Yeah, that's what people do, right? They hang from the ceiling, and you get the ones that are kind of like upside down.
Yeah,
where
they hang.
They like the I don't know what it's called.
Vines or something. But, dude, the window, that's clean. It's like you can't. I tried everything to clean it.
Oh, right, yeah.
I stood up there. I used SOS
It's
pad.
like a privacy window. Yeah. No, but I think if you get a nice plant hanging right there, it'll get the natural sunlight.
Yeah. Dude, I'm going to get some plants and hang
I think
them.
it's good for your breathing or something, too. It, circulates air in the room.
Yeah, I have a green thumb.
Yeah.
I could even get some plants in front of that window sill.
Yeah, something classy. Plants are basically like, it's almost like you don't even need shit on the walls if you got plants.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful.
You walk in and you feel, it's like a garden.
Dude, a girl sees that's like a hug from Mother Nature.
Yeah.
If you can keep a plant alive, you know what I want? I want one of those aloe plants.
Oh, yeah.
Rub it on my face. I live with this old Dominican girl. I thought she was like 30. She was like 60, 70 years old.
Oh, yeah.
All the aloe.
Sea moss.
Yeah, she'd rub it all over her face.
Yeah.
Looked like somebody gave her,
Right. Yeah.
But what are you going to do about it? Yeah, she used to walk around in her underwear and flirt with me, dude. It was the weirdest shit ever.
Oh, this was Uptown.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, thank God you don't live there. Huh?
65 years old. The shit I went through in apartments, dude. I was telling my buddy. He's like, you got to be making this up. I'm like, listen, you don't understand. I had to backdoor apartments my whole life. I had no income and no money. When you see the shitty places you live then.
Right. Yeah. That's why, though, it's like I said last week, this city, it does it to you, where it's like you don't have the option to, like, take it easy. You can take it easy for a couple weeks, but it's like you always got to be hustling. You always got to be pushing further.
Well, the cool thing is I was planning on moving, so I got $10,000 put away that I was going to move with.
Yeah.
I saved up for a year.
So it's like you got to have your shit straightened out, but it's also like in the future. Now, it's not like you got to like, how am I going to make money? You know how to do it.
Yes, I just got to get working.
You got a system. So it's like once you actually start feeding the system, the thing starts to move again. But it's like the system itself, once you build it, you always got to be doing shit.
It's easy to get lazy, though.
That's why it's like you got to stay on it.
Yeah, you got the momentum going.
I got
give you credit,
shit's popping right now.
You got yourself
you ever watch Law and Order SVU?
Yeah, dude.
Mariska Hargitay, the main lady, she just followed me on Instagram.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that show's been on for like 100 years.
Remember how freaked out I got? I thought Suge Knight followed me.
Oh, yeah.
How can you be verified Suge Knight?
Maybe it is. People got phones in jail.
Dude, that would be crazy.
I mean, I think phones in jail is like everybody now, right?
I mean, I guess if you're Suge Knight, you definitely have one. But, dude, so that's nuts. Suge Knight is liking my shit.
Well, you got to think. I mean, your stuff is like, it's fun kind of comedy skits. Guys are in jail. It's like you need a little bit of comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What if he comes out and hangs me out a window like he did Vanilla Ice?
I think that dude's going to be in jail for a while.
Suge?
Yeah. I think he did something bad. 'Cause I think he like got out of jail and now he's back in.
Man, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people do it.
Your boy Takashi just got out too.
Oh, I've been seeing him. That's why. Dude, it's crazy. He just got out,
Yeah.
and he's already getting brand deals on the internet. That's how much these companies don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah,
He
right.
did like some brand deal for some juice or something.
Oh, wow.
It's like I bet you he can get some crazy gambling brand deals.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, let's plug some dates, huh?
Well, I don't know if I got it official because I got to send them a flyer. I got AI some shit.
Oh, yeah. But this is going to be, let's just throw it out there.
Let's just say May 14th at 9 o'clock, I might be in West Village.
Yeah, maybe.